A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to your maths class. In our previous class, we completed our third chapter, which was factors and multiples. Today, we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 4, fractions. What is fraction? A fraction is used to represent the portion or part of the whole thing or a collection. When we divide a whole into equal parts, each part is a fraction of the whole. For example, one watermelon is divided into two equal parts. So, each part is 1/2. And if the same watermelon is divided into four equal parts, so each part is 1/4. And when we take out one part from that, three parts out of four are left. So we can say that 3/4 of the watermelon is left. Fraction of a collection. Fraction also represents part of a set or collection. For example, there is a group of children. Among them, 2 are girls and 3 are boys. So the fraction of boys will be 3/5, which can also be written as 3/5, and the fraction of girls will be 2/5, or we can also write it as 2/5. Parts of fraction. A fraction has two parts, numerator and denominator. The numerator and denominator are separated by a dividing line, that is n upon d, where n is equal to numerator and d is equal to denominator. For example, 2/5. Here 2/5 are separated by a dividing line. 2 is the numerator and 5 is the denominator. Numerator gives the idea of the part chosen, while denominator gives the idea of the total parts. Types of fractions. First one, like fractions. Fractions having the same denominator is called as like fraction. For example, 2/5, 3/5 and 4/5. Here, the denominators are same. Unlike fractions, fractions having the different denominators are called as unlike fractions. For example, 2/5, 3/7, 4/9. Here, the denominators are different. Third, unit fractions. Fractions having 1 as the numerator are called as unit fractions. For example, 1/4, 1/8, 1/11. Here, all the numerators are 1. Fourth, proper fractions. Fractions having the numerator smaller than the denominator. For example, 2/9, 5/14 and 4/23. Here, all the numerators are smaller than denominators. 5. Improper fractions. Fractions having the numerator greater or equal than denominator. For example, 7/5, 11/7, 15/9. Here all the numerators are greater than denominator. 6. Mixed fractions. Fractions mixed with the whole number and proper fraction. For example, 3 whole 1/4, 5 whole 1/8, 2 whole 1/11. These are mixed numbers of whole number and proper fractions. 7. Equivalent fractions. Fractions having different numerator and denominator but representing the same value are called as equivalent fractions. We can find equivalent fractions either by multiplication or by division. By multiplication, 2 by 5 multiplied by the same number 5 will give us 10 by 25, while by division method 12 by 28 is equal to 12 by 28 divided by 4 by 4 will give us 3 by 7. Fractions of whole numbers. To find a fraction of whole numbers, there are two steps to be followed. First one, divide the whole number by the denominator and then multiply the answer by numerator. For example, find 3 by 5 of 40. To find 3 by 5 of 40, we will follow the same steps. First, step number 1. First, we will divide 40 by the denominator, which is 5. So 40 divided by 5 will give us 8. In step number 2, we will multiply the answer by the numerator. So 8 multiplied by numerator, that is 3, is equal to 24. Therefore, 3 by 5 of 40 is equal to 24. Reducing a fraction to the lowest term. For this, again we have two methods. First method, by division. Divide both the numerator and denominator by a common factor till no further division is possible. For example, reduce 36 by 52 to the lowest term. So, let's find a common factor. So 2 can be a common factor for both of these numbers because they are even. So 36 by 52 divided by 2 by 2 will give us 18 by 26. Again, 18 by 26 divided by a common factor, which is again 2, will give us 9 by 13. Now, 9 by 13 cannot be divided further because there is no common factor between them. So 9 by 13 is the lowest form or the lowest term of 36 by 52. Now, by the method of HCF. First, we need to find the HCF of 36 and 52. Then, we divide both the numerator and denominator by the HCF. So, first let's find out the HCF of 36 and 52. So, HCF of 36 and 52 is equal to 4. Now, let's divide 36 by 52 by 4 upon 4. And it will give us the answer as 9 by 13, which is same as the above answer. And it's the lowest term of 36 by 52. Both the methods are easy. Whatever is convenient for you, you can follow it. Let's try to understand all the topics by solving some questions from exercise. Exercise number 2, question number 1E. Find the following. 5 by 6 of 42. So, solution for this. First, we need to divide the whole number by the denominator. So, 42 divided by 6 will give us 7. Our next step is to multiply the numerator with the answer. So, 7 multiplied by 5 is equal to 35. Therefore, 5 by 6 of 42 is 35. Another question, exercise number 2, question number 2A. There are 40 oranges in a basket. Anish ate 1 by 8 of the oranges. How many oranges did Anish eat? Solution. Total number of oranges is equal to 40. Anish ate 1 by 8 of the oranges, which is equal to 1 by 8 of 40. So, as we did earlier, we will divide the whole number by the denominator. So 40 divided by 8 will give us 5. We will multiply the answer by the numerator. So 5 multiplied by 1 will give us 5. Therefore, Anish ate 5 oranges. Let's solve another question. Exercise number 2, question number 3, D. Find 3 equivalent fractions by multiplication. And the question is 4 by 7. As it is very clear that we have to solve this question by multiplication. So we'll write the fraction first, 4 by 7, and we'll multiply the numerator and denominator both by the same number, which is 2. Or you can take any other number also. So I'm doing it here by 2. So 4 multiplied by 2 will give us 8, and 7 multiplied by 2 will give us 14, and it will become 8 by 14. And therefore we got our first equivalent fraction. Again we'll solve it. 4 by 7 multiplied by 3 upon 3 will give us 12 by 21. Again 4 by 7 multiplied by 4 upon 4 will give us 16 upon 28. So we got our 3 equivalent fractions of 4 by 7, which are 8 by 14, 12 by 21, and 16 by 28. So this will be our answer. The answers may vary for this question because it depends on the number with which you are multiplying. Exercise number 2, question number 4, D. Find 2 equivalent fractions by division. And the question is 30 upon 120. Again, it's clear that we have to solve this question by the method of division. So first let's write our fraction 30 by 120, and we'll divide the numerator and denominator both by the same number. Let's take any common number. Here I have taken 2. So 30 divided by 2 will give us 15, and 120 divided by 2 will give us 60. So we'll get the fraction as 15 by 60. Let's solve it again. Here I am dividing it by 3. So 30 divided by 3 will give us 10, and 120 divided by 3 will give us 40, and we'll get the fraction as 10 by 40. The numbers by which you are dividing your fraction should be a common factor of both the denominator and the numerator. So we got our 2 equivalent fractions of 30 by 120, which are 15 upon 60 and 10 upon 40. Again, the answers may vary because it depends on the number or the factor by which you are dividing your fraction. Let's try to solve one more question. Exercise number 2, question number 5, A. Which pair of the following fractions are equivalent fractions? And the question is 3 by 39 and 1 by 12. To solve this, we have to cross multiply between both of these fractions. Let's try to cross multiply. The method of cross multiplying is to multiply the numerator of first fraction with the denominator of second fraction, and the numerator of second fraction with the denominator of first fraction. So let's multiply. So multiplying 3 with 12 gives us 36, and multiplying 1 with 39 gives us 39. Since both the values are different, therefore they are not the equivalent fractions. So our answer will be 3 by 39 and 1 by 12 are not equivalent fractions. Let's try to solve one more question. This is question number 5C. Again we are having the same question. Which pair of the following fractions are equivalent fractions? But the fractions are different. Here the fractions are 7 by 84 and 1 by 12. Let's try to cross multiply again. So multiplying 7 with 12 gives us 84, and multiplying 1 with 84 gives us 84. Here we can see that both the values are same. Therefore, they are equivalent fractions. So our answer will be 7 by 84 and 1 by 12 are equivalent fractions. Let's try one more question. Exercise 3, question number 1, B. Reduce the fractions to their lowest term by common factor method. We have already studied this method, so let's try to solve the question. The fraction is 14 by 56. So we will divide the numerator and denominator both by a common factor. Let's take a common factor. Here I am taking the common factor 7. So 14 divided by 7 gives us 2 and 56 divided by 7 gives us 8. So we got the fraction as 2 by 8. Again dividing 2 by 8 by a common factor. Here I have taken 2 gives us 1 by 4. So the answer which we got is 1 by 4. So the answer will be 14 upon 56 is reduced to the lowest term as 1 by 4. So our answer will be 1 by 4. The last question, exercise 3, question number 2, B. Reduce the fractions to their lowest term by HCF method. And here we have to express it as mixed number. So first, let's reduce it to the lowest term by HCF method. Let's find the HCF of numerator and denominator. Here we got the HCF as 12. So we will divide the numerator and denominator both by 12 and we'll get the fraction as 9 by 7 as the lowest term. I hope you have understood all the topics covered in our today's class and also the questions which have been explained. Thank you. Study well. See you in the next class.